Hey you, get out of the porta potty. This channel, once again, is designed to help you lead your best life. Why? Because that's actually the point of life, to lead your best life. It's not to be a second-rate version of yourself. That's not the goal. That will lead to nothing but quiet desperation. Welcome to lesson 4 of Relation Shift. Why Relation Shift? Well, we thought it was a cute name, but secondarily, it actually serves a purpose. There's far too many codependent relationships out there where people aren't driving out the best version, and that's not the goal. The goal of all relationships is to strive to drive out the best version of each other. So today, I want to lead you off with a quote, and actually right now as I'm saying that, I'm probably going to maybe even rant off 2 or 3. And the truth is, the matter is, I don't even know who said these, but it's not my words. That's the most important part. So whoever said these, kudos to you. The first one, if you don't know where you're going, any road will take you there. If you don't know where you're going, any road will take you there. And I actually think it was my boss that said the next one. So Matthew, if you're watching this, kudos to you. I think it was you. If you don't know where you are going, you are lost. If you don't know where you're going, you are lost. We'll cut it right there. Today's relationship lesson we're calling is the top 5. We're calling it the top 5 because this is a map to show you where you're going with all of your relationships. And how is this one born? Well, that's interesting. My 20-year-old daughter, Kaylee, right there, she came and gave me every dad's worst nightmare. A little while back, she said, "Dad, I'm ready to date." But I said, "Kaylee, do me a favor. Make me a top 5 list." And she said, "What's a top 5 list, Dad?" And I said, "If you don't know where you're going in relationships, Kaylee, how will you know when you found Mr. Wonderful?" And I said, "So make me a top 5 list so that you'll know when you found what you're looking for." Because, dear old Dad, I didn't always approach life that way, and I let things happen by chance, and it was not a good outcome necessarily. So I said, make me your top 5 list, and 3 of the characteristics cannot be tall, dark, and handsome. So, for the first time, for the world's viewing pleasure today, and we do say world, we have viewers in 26 countries now. Love it! We'd like it to be in 52 different countries, so please hit subscribe, please hit the bell, and please don't keep these wonderful messages by Goofy John Dunn and Kaylee to yourself. Please share. We don't get paid to do this. We're just trying to create a worldwide movement. We believe it's a calling. We believe it's our purpose. So please do that for us. Kaylee?
Yeah.
Please read your top 5 list.
Number 1 is kind. Number 2 is motivated to become the best version of himself. Number 3 is loving. Number 4 is peaceful. And number 5 is Genshai.
And for the audience members who did not watch the Genshai video, would you please share with them what Genshai means?
Basically, Genshai means to not make others feel small.
Yeah. Never, and especially yourself, by the way. So, Kaylee, would you agree that you and I have a great relationship?
Yes.
Okay. Would you agree that I know this top 5 list?
Yes.
Would you agree I do my best, and I'm not always perfect at times, to live out this top 5 list?
Definitely.
I know what Kaylee's list is. I know it's what's important to her. We are in relationship together as a father and daughter, and really, I mean, she's, her with Gunnar, they're my best friends as well. But I know her list. And it's her list. It's not my list. And I strive to be those things. And then my list is loving. Kaylee and Gunnar, check. Kind. Kaylee and Gunnar, check. Gentle. Kaylee and Gunnar, check. Peaceful. Kaylee and Gunnar, check. Genshai. Kaylee and Gunnar, check. My wife, check. Everyone that knows John Dunn, they know this is my list. In fact, I have 10 words on my office desk that I strive to be each day, and everyone who knows me knows what those 10 words are. If you don't know where you're going, how will you know when you got there? If you don't know where you're going, you're lost. If you don't know where you're going, any road will get you there. Here's the reality of this world right now. Kaylee, would you agree, for the most part, nobody knows what each other's lists are?
Yes.
And if you don't know what the top 5 list is of the people who you surround yourself with, I challenge you. How are you in relationship with them? That's the reality of this world. Most people don't even know what's important to them. They don't know what the people they surround themselves is important to them. And then all you have is just, would you agree, Kaylee, like this hodgepodge mess of people with no great clarity.
Yes.
The other thing I actually like to ask people is this. Kaylee, I say to people, make your list. And I say, rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being the highest and all of those things that are on your list. And what do you think most people tell me?
I don't know. They don't rate themselves very high.
They don't rate themselves very high. So then they're with a relationship with someone else who they don't even know their list. And if they made their list, they're not even a 10 out of 10 on those things. And we expect people to be things we're not. Do you think that causes problems?
Definitely. A lot of problems.
So go ahead, read your list again.
Number 1 is kind. Number 2 is motivated to become the best version of himself. 3 is loving. Number 4 is peaceful. And number 5 is Genshai.
You've got to make your list. You've got to look at your list and ask yourself, am I 10 out of 10 on my top 5? And once you're that, then it's fair to expect those things of other people. But if you're not Mr. Perfect or Miss Perfect on your list, then be realistic about your expectations. And lastly, most people don't even ever make a list,
No.
Kaylee. And it looks something like this. People that don't make lists. What their list looks like. Drunk. I'm addicted to fantasy sports. I hate life. I complain. I'm on the phone 18 hours a day and I lead a fake life on Facebook. No one's list would ever really look like that if they sat down and were deliberate about their own life. But the fact of the matter is, people don't have a list, and they surround themselves with people who don't have a list, and then they drift together, and it doesn't have a happy ending. If you don't know where you're going, how will you know when you possibly got there? To have a relationship, make your list, be that list yourself, and don't make any expectations outside of that. And whatever these characteristics are, draw them out of the other person, draw them out of yourself, and have a life beyond your wildest imagination.
Another thing my dad asked me to do was make a list of my deal breakers in a relationship. And my list happens to look a lot like my dad's did, which included being a drunk, addicted to fantasy sports, hates their life, complains, and is on their phone 18 hours a day and leads a fake life on Facebook. If you're in a relationship like this, I encourage you to watch our video, Weed the Garden. Please hit like and subscribe.